In this YouTube video, I will literally show you step by step how to manage and build up a small crypto portfolio. Yo, what's going on YouTube fam? My name is Cransby and welcome to a nice new fresh YouTube video. As you can see, I just recently started my YouTube channel and it would mean a world to me if you would subscribe to it, because it would just motivate me to push myself even harder. Because I have been trading for years and I thought one simple question, and I asked it to myself, Cransby, you need to keep pushing and reach higher. So here we are. I reached higher and I have finally stepped up the game and I'm making videos on YouTube. So join me in this journey and I will literally show you everything I have learned for years. Which means it's finally a time to show you how to actually build small crypto portfolio in the meme coins. So the first and the simplest thing you do is you go to the Axiom trading platform. Yes, it is still the best trading platform out there. To join up, scroll down and you will see an early access to Axiom using my referral. If you want to know more about the Axiom trading platform, then go to my YouTube channel and watch my previous YouTube videos, because there I explain absolutely everything about Axiom regarding the filter section, Twitter tracker, wallet tracker, reward system, which of course is the reason why everyone is using it right now. So let's start with the absolute basics. So you have to go to the present settings, which is right there. When you press on it, you will see slippage, priority, or bribe. So what does it actually mean? For example, if you have 10% slippage, it means if the token will pump more than 10%, your buy will not go through. So in this scenario, you have to put 35, 40, for example. Priority means how fast you want your transaction to go through. If you're new and you have small portfolio, then probably put like 0.0033 or 44, something like that. So let's just do 33. Same applies to bribe. Bribe means how fast you want your transaction to go through. But with bribe, it means even faster than this, which is the reason you need both. Because for example, if you have 0 there, and if someone is buying only with priority, it means it will go to the same speed as they have. But when you apply bribe, it means it will go faster than priority. But when you apply bribe, it means it will go even faster together with priority. So let's just put same amount. Once you are done with this, you have to press MEV reduction. So what is MEV reduction? Basically, on Solana or every single chain, there is a bot, or as we call them, frontrunners. So for example, if you don't have turned on this, then if you are buying, for example, a token, then the bots or frontrunners, as I said, can literally buy milliseconds before you, and once you buy it, you are minus 99% from the time when you bought it, because bots were faster than you and they are taking advantage of you. So make sure you have turned on this. Sell settings. You do literally the same thing as you did in buy settings. Slippage 40, priority 0.0.33, bribe 0.033. Same, MEV reduction. We don't want our buys to be sent to the freaking moon when we are minus 99%. Anyways, press continue. So once you're fully done with the fee settings, then right there you can see two options, migrated section and new pairs. Let's just imagine that those two are the strategies. Of course, I will explain both of them, but let's just start with the migrated section. So the migrated section is simple. Every single token you see here has migrated from pumpfun to radium. And with this particular section, migrated section, you can do a quick flips, nice swings, and scalp trade them as well. But there are a few things you have to look out. So the first one, of course, is the volume. You don't want to jump in on the tokens which has really low volume, for example as this one. You don't want to risk it because you have a small portfolio and you want to build it up. So your main goal is to look out for tokens who has really good volume. For example, this one, 2.4 million volume. You have to look out for tokens which has literally motion, which has the movement, buys and sell coming in, bam, 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 and stuff happening. You have to look out for those ones. So let's just take this token as an example. When you press on it, you will see there is, big dump happening straight away after the bonding. So once the token reached 100% on pumpfun, it migrated to radium and you can see a big dump. Usually, yes, that is the case. And also in these scenarios, you have to look out how well the token is performing once it has dumped after the migrated section, after it has been migrated to radium. So basically, you have to look out when the sale pressure stops and when it starts to, bounce from those ranges. And if you see a good movement, bouncing on the bottom ranges, then you can move in for a quick flips. And of course, the next thing is you have to definitely look out for holder top 10 percentages. You don't want to see crazy numbers like 7, 8, 9, 10%, right? One people owning, that's absolutely nuts. But you want to see like, like 3, 4, max 4%, and then it's nicely going down to like 2, 1% and stuff like that. Of course, right there you can see 3 bubbles, which means show bubble map. Basically, it will show you if the team has bought insane amount of supply with connected wallets. And this is really important. It will literally say you when you will press on it that someone is owning like 99, 90, 70, 80% of the supply. If you see that, then you definitely don't want to get involved, because developers of those particular tokens are taking advantage of you, of new people who don't know how things work. So they want to have a healthy chart and stuff like that, but you don't want that because they are literally rugging and scamming everyone. So make sure you always check out the bubble maps, because then you will see if the distribution is healthy. And as I said before, I would not personally be involved in this token because you can see the volume is, there's a slight movement. There's not much buys and sell happening. Because, for example, if we buy in right there, then you will most likely be an exit liquidity and people will literally dump on you. What you want is, you want to see literally candles being filled all the time. You want to see buys and sells. Remember, this is not a rush game. You don't have to rush. There's literally tokens coming out every minute. And you have to look out for those perfect scenarios. Because right there, buying, for example, here, this is a bigger risk than gain. And one more thing, right there you can see balances of each holder. So the perfect scenario is if top 10 wallets has literally, good amount of solanas in their wallets, because then you can be more, comfortable. If you see a low amounts, for example, let's just say like this, then most likely they will literally dump on you because they want to have a profit. But if you see like big wallets like 100, 2, 3, 4, 500 solanas in the wallets, then yes, you can be more certain that they will hold the token. Remember when I just told you this is not a rush game? Then especially on new pairs it applies even more. Let me quickly explain you why. So you press on Twitter tracker and right there you will see literally fresh tweets coming out from all sorts of Twitter accounts. For example, this one, CZ, is, the creator of Binance. Some Dogecoin accounts, maybe it's Trump news, maybe it's Elon interacting with someone. Maybe it's some new animal just born which can be, tuned into the meme-wise. Basically, you have to look out for really bullish tweets which could be to a meme. And if you are still not sure, then you will literally see multiple type of tokens coming out and being deployed in the pumpfun. But your main goal then is to look out for a first one or second one, because only first and second one will get bidded, will get the first initial volume. And sometimes if something bullish happens, then I would press a quick buy, which you can edit the amount right there. You can put it lower. For example, if you're starting with 3 solanas, then just do 0.15, 0.2. Don't go crazy because you're new. You have to understand how things work. And remember, I can literally sit hours by the desk to see something bullish, and I mean it. It's a game of patience. You can literally wait 4, 5, 6, 7 hours for something really bullish to happen. And imagine if something bullish happens, then you would be early as it can possibly be. So to minimize the risks, you have to also apply filter section, which you can see right there. And I have explained that in my previous YouTube videos. So make sure you go there, check out the videos, and you will literally see where I detailized, explain absolutely everything about it. At the beginning of this YouTube video, I shared few PNL cards where I basically showed how I made profit in few hours time. So let me quickly show you an example of that token. So for example here, I saw this token on new pairs, of course, because it was 6k markup. Then I sold it also on 6k because I didn't see much, things happening. But I kept this token on a vision. Once I saw it's getting picked up, the buys were flowing in, I bought it at 9k markup, but I sold it at 14k markup because I saw the early wallets who were, buying in, they were starting to sell right there. So I thought, all right, it will die now. But no, it didn't. It was getting picked up and the supply was getting bought. So they die. So I bought it at 15k markup, volume was catching up, things were looking really good. So I started to secure my initials, to secure something on it. And I was lucky that I sold this token at all-time high. And in the end, it turned out to be a really good, trade for a few hours time. The reason why I sold it actually is because I was seeing the early wallets, which were top 10 holders, which started to buy right there, they were selling there, which was the reason why I also sold it, And the main goal is you have to secure your profits. Don't be the guy who rides things to zero and gets absolutely wrecked in the end. Secure your profits. This is a meme space. Everyone is selling and you have to sell also because the tokens are coming and going. You don't need to be the diamond guy, on a DGen, which is literally 100k markup. Don't be that guy who sells last one. And my conclusion is absolutely simple. Be patient. This is not game of rush. If you are rushing in every single token you see out there, you will literally lose money. So make sure you are looking out for those, bullish tweets or for tokens which are catching up the volume where you can make swings, quick flips and stuff like that. Don't be the guy who literally buys absolutely everything and in the end is absolutely wrecked because he doesn't have any kind of money left. Alright, that's it, Cransby fam. I really do hope you found these things interesting and useful, and if you did, then I would really appreciate to subscribe on my YouTube channel because it would literally just motivate me to push myself even harder because only together we can reach higher goals. Peace!